All right, so today we got a little bit of an issue here. We got some problems, and that's with the shop. Believe it or not, the shop's having a failure. So how the shop's set up, this is a ridge beam. Let me flip around so I can see. I hate moving this GoPro because it makes noise. So we have a ridge beam running the whole length. It's 48 foot of ridge. So with the two overhangs, we got 52 foot of building. So we have a temporary here, just temporary screwed in. We have a temporary right here screwed in. It's just 2x6s, two 16-footers screwed together, right? That was only supposed to be very temporary because I'm going to put a mezzanine, a second story, from this door back here, which I think is around 14 foot. And that would tie the whole building together. So we just left a couple little temporaries up here in the corners. I don't think we ever would need it. The building's extremely strong. It's all zip system. Everything's really strong. The wind blows. You don't hear any creaking, no cracking, no nothing. So anyhow, we're putting the insulation up. The guys are putting some weight on these, you know, like a foot up on the beam and so forth to get at the very peak, because the ridge on this is 16'7" high and our biggest ladder is only 12 foot. So, I mean, you can see there, you gotta be pretty far up the old ladder there to get her done, right? So my cousin was over here yesterday and he's like, hey man, look at that. It's pulling away from, your stud's pulling away from the wall. Put you guys on the old head mount. Yeah, so look what's going on here is we're pulled away like 1.5 inches from the wall. Look at that. You can see that or not. And it's buckling the zip system in, right? Well, that's not good. So we have these screwed in with two screws toe-nailed up, two 3-inch screws, and we have 4 right here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna screw a piece of 2x4 right here, right now, and we're gonna unscrew this support and let it fall down on that 2x4, and we're gonna see if it's gonna snap back. I doubt it. We'll probably take the hammer and bash it back. Then we're gonna put 2 other screws in, and I don't have any screws I want to use. We'll use these to put the whole building together. There's like a structural deck screw. They're coated. And then you can see this big screw here. This is a 10-inch. This is too big to use for that, but my idea was to run up to the stud, up into the double top plate. That's way too big. I had some 6 inches, but these don't have the flat washer heads like these do. I ran out of those. When we built this place, I had a big box of 6-inch, just like this. I had the flat head washer on it. So whatever rafter we ran in, every rafter has a hurricane bracket. Then every rafter has a 6-inch long flat-headed screw that cinches that down to the double top plate. It's a very strong operation, but of course all the studs are not like that, and they're framed accordingly. Now, back this up just a little bit. Those are structural screws pulling out. If that was nailed in, oh boy, she'd be laying on the ground probably. Not to mention if you nailed all this, every time the wind would blow, you hear it creaking and cracking and popping. And as the wood would shrink in the wintertime, you'd hear it, everything would be kind of loose. It's kind of the way it is, right? So let's hop up there, let's get the impact out. We got everything right here. Let's get her done. All right, let's go ahead and start off. We're gonna put 2 screws in here. There are 2 long ones. Like I said, these are 6-inch, but they're not as, they don't have the big head on them. That's what she said. Like, they like to use on this because that pulls it in so much tighter. Hold on a second here. Will that hold it? We're about to find out. pop that a little bit. See what I did there? If you would take all of them out all the way one at a time, you would have one stuck in the board where the head's below the surface spinning when it come out. So let's see here what we did. It went back a little bit. I could push it back a little bit by hand. So let's go down, let's grab. Whoa. Let's grab the terrestrial hammer here. Let's give her a little bit of, might be difficult to get back in there. That might be real difficult to get back in there. Gotta use the power of McDonald's here to push this over. Damn, almost got you. Now if I run this in, see it's barely even running in, it's already split the very edge. It's just the very edge though. But it has to go back like another. Crap. Right there will work. Woo! Doing anything by yourself is near impossible, let me tell you boys. And let's just go overboard with this. And let's run one of these. The weird spot. One of those up there. I think maybe we'll get another. We'll use a 3-inch and it's not gonna hurt nothing. Oh, it's broken. Whoa, buddy. It's broken. That's why she came loose. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll leave that there for right now. Let's put this back in here. You have to see the whole back sides all split out of it. Interesting. Let's pull this then. Let's go something like this. So it came out right there. It's not really what I was going for at all. We're done with this. There, and let's give her the old. See, there's just so much leverage on that, so much. We're gonna have to get something different yet for that. All right, let's see. You're not gonna fit in there. Tell me, I bet you will. I said, this is only a temporary situation, but man, the only thing to happen during the temporary situation, it causes a permanent problem, if you know what I mean. A weird angle here. Didn't really see that coming, and some of this was pine, was yellow pine, and some of it was spruce. And it seems like the drier it was, the more it split out. We didn't have too much problem with it, really. But a few pieces went to screwing in and it broke, and you can see the whole back of that 2x6 was broken away from the wall. It's not perfect, it's still got a little tiny gap, but I mean, hell. Until somebody else is here with another set of hands to push on that for me. But I think we're probably good the way it is. And then everything else, this one over here is out about the 1/16 of an inch. That could have been like that before. This one's not out at all. And this one here is the same way, about a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch. Tiny amount. I probably need to go ahead and put brackets up there, but hopefully this weekend, next weekend, we get some of this stuff done. So that's gonna be it. We're calling her fixed, kind of. We'll see you very soon with another video, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.